What's up, guys? Everybody's wondering, how can we work out right now, given that gyms are closed? I may not have equipment at home, so what can I do? What can I use? Well, you guys all have a lovely piece of equipment. That thing right there, the couch. We usually spend a lot of time on it, not working out, but today we're gonna work on getting some exercise using that couch for some resistance. So, coming up, here's a total body workout for you. All right, so first off, we're gonna get on the ground. We're gonna focus on doing some lying presses. So we're gonna do chest press. I'm gonna show you both arms together and then one arm presses. We'll also throw in some tricep presses. We'll do some leg press, some calf press, and then I'm also gonna do a couple of sit-ups and then a shoulder press, using the couch, all right? So let's go ahead and get nice and cozy. The first thing that we got to do is, of course, get underneath that couch. And this can be the hardest part to do. If you're by yourself, very tricky. If you have somebody who can help you, that's fantastic. But I'm going to show you how I go about getting underneath this lovely couch. So I'm going to start nice and low, pick that thing up, start scooting in, try to stay balanced, then lay down. I've got the feet of my couch resting on a little welcome mat. That kind of helps keep it from sliding around too much, but it still moves a little bit, so be careful with that. Notice that I've also got feet on my couch so it doesn't sit all the way flat on the floor. That's going to come in handy with a couple of these exercises, but if you guys have a couch that sits flat on the floor, it's still good. You may just have some difficulty with a couple of these, but not difficulty, but it'd be a little bit different. All right, so first up, I'm going to go with the chest press. So I'm gonna bring my hands onto these feet. Make sure I get centered, nice and tight. We're gonna have those elbows drop all the way to the floor, and then I'm pushing all the way up. Full extension here, getting those reps in. And then I'm gonna add an extra bit of difficulty, more core work, stabilization by moving to a one-arm press. So I'm gonna scoot over to one side. That way I can put my right hand right in the middle of that couch. Make sure you got it stable, ready to go. Core tight. You can have left arm and left leg kind of out to help you balance a little bit. We're gonna drop that couch down and then push all the way back up. Kind of recenter a little bit here. Down and up. Coming down, push up. All right, I'm gonna swap to the left arm, give you guys a little different view on that from the other side. So again, hands centered, get your body kind of off to one side a little bit, core tight, bring that arm all the way down if you can, push all the way back up. All right, so there's a couple of chest presses. You're gonna feel it in the triceps on that one arm press as well, but then here's the tricep press. Just like normal, hands in close. So I'm gonna bring my hands inside those feet, about shoulder width or even a little bit closer. Keep the elbows tight. We're gonna drop down, push up, come down and up. And you can adjust where that couch comes down to, if it's right over top of your chest, or if it's more over the elbows, like a traditional close grip bench press, all right? Following that, let's hit the leg press. So slide it down a little bit, pop the feet up, get them underneath that couch. We're gonna try to go with a traditional leg press here, pushing all the way out, kind of locking out the legs a little bit, but be careful with those feet. If you guys have hardwoods like I do, put a little welcome mat underneath it or some carpet or something to help keep those feet from sliding. If you got carpet, maybe it'll be okay regardless, but just make sure that couch doesn't start sliding away from you and then it falls on your butt. So, coming all the way in, press all the way out. After that, let's make it a little more difficult. One-legged. Pull one foot into the middle of that couch, balance it, bringing the knee to the chest, and then we push all the way back up. And again, coming down, push up, getting a good squeeze, keep that control, and then switch to the other leg. Make sure that anytime you do this stuff, one leg, one hand, you're making sure that that foot or hand is right in the middle of the couch so that you can control the weight shifting side to side. All right, so there's a couple of good presses there. We can also add in some calf raises or calf press. So you can have, I like putting my feet out on the feet of the couch because then it gives me a couple of inches for my heel to really move through full flexion. So If you don't have that, just put your toes on the edge of the couch and do a regular calf press, just pushing your feet up and down. All right, after that, I'm gonna show you a sit up here. We're doing basically a half get up because we're gonna hold on to that couch. Keep it up above you. I'm gonna do a full sit up here, keeping that couch high. So we're just gonna really focus on using the core. Sit all the way up. I know you guys can't see all of this, but laying all the way down. I still have that couch up above my head basically as I'm sitting all the way up. Okay, that one's really tricky. So I'm only going to do a couple of these because it's heavy. All right, after that, I'm going to move into, well, I'm going to kind of show you how I get out of this. Again, this is the trickiest part. If you have somebody to help hold that couch while you scoot out of the way, that's perfect. If not, here's how I get out of it. There's two ways that you can do this. This is a harder way I'll show you first. Hold on to that couch, don't let it fall on you. I'm going to do another sit up, and then I'm gonna do a Turkish half get up. Basically, I'm gonna have my hand back behind me for balance, get one foot under, and then I'm gonna stand all the way up, and then deadlift that couch to the floor. Now, if that's too tricky for you, I'm gonna lay down again and show you the other version. This by no means is easy, but it's a little easier than that. So instead of doing that full sit up and standing up with that couch above me, what we can do is we can kind of press that couch up and then just kind of scoot back. You keep the arms on that couch. I'm gonna even flip my hands around, sit up a little bit, kind of scoot back, and then use those hands. Keep your feet out wide. See how I got my feet outside the couch? I'm gonna drop that couch right in between my legs. You still have to control that. It's a little, basically kind of like a negative curl as you're bringing that couch to the floor. So you get a little biceps in right there. That's some way that you can drop that couch to the floor. All right, one more press. I'm gonna show you guys a landmine shoulder press. We'll do both arms and then one at a time as well. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this couch back up. We'll curl up. I'm gonna set my feet underneath my butt. Knees out a little wide. I got a good base there. Keeping that couch up overhead here. I'm gonna keep my back flat, kind of lean forward a little bit. I'm gonna put my hands out wide on the edge of the couch here, using those feet. I'm dropping that couch all the way to the top of my head, push all the way back up. So you come down, try to get those elbows as low as you can, push up. Again, since I've got these feet here, I'm able to drop my elbows a little bit lower. If you guys don't have feet on your couch, you might be able to bring that couch to the top of your head, but your elbows are still gonna be up a little bit higher. That's okay, just do as best you can. We're using the best thing that we got here. So after that, just rep out those 2 arm presses, and then we're gonna go to 1. So scooting over again, placing my right hand in the middle of that couch, back flat, core tight, bringing that couch as low as I can, and then push all the way back up. Switch sides so you guys get that side view over here. And again, hands centered, back flat, core tight, come all the way down with it. Get that elbow as low as you can while still controlling that weight, and then push back up. So there's a couple of those presses for you guys, and down the couch goes. All right, so next up we're gonna go to some standing stuff. We're gonna do a couple pulls. So we're gonna do a deadlift. I'm gonna do sumo stance, get my feet out wide outside the edge of the couch, and then we're gonna do a 1-arm bent over row. So starting out, get nice and close to the edge of that couch. Again, feet wide, I'm going with that sumo stance, so my heels are way wider than shoulder width, toes are turned out. I'm gonna get down in a nice little squat, reach down. I gotta get low because I'm going all the way for the bottom edge of that couch. Again, this is where those feet come in handy here. Keep the back nice and flat. We're gonna stand up, push the hips forward at the top. That couch is pulling away from me because of the angle, so I gotta really focus on controlling. Drop down, try to get as low as you can, stand back up, full extension, pushing the hips forward, legs stay straight, rep it out. All right, after that, we go to that bent over row, so I'm gonna turn sideways, we're gonna do 1 arm. So I'm gonna get nice and close again, take one hand, I'm gonna rotate my palm outward, so my thumb is back, pinky's forward. I'm gonna grab the lip of that couch. This one's tricky, focuses a lot on grip. I'm basically not even really holding the couch. I'm kind of just cupping my fingers and trying to just let the couch rest right in my hand as a ledge. So I'm just gonna push it right there, back flat. You can either rest that elbow, even the hand, to brace, or we can keep it out. But back flat, we're gonna just focus on pulling up, get as high as you can. If all you can do is come to about knee height, that's okay. That couch can get heavy with one arm. Pull up as high as you can. All right, guys, so there you have it. Total body workout using nothing but the couch. So if you guys have any small pieces of equipment, whether it's a band, some dumbbells, a kettlebell, whatever you got, by all means use it. But if you don't have anything, you at least have that couch. So you can use that for all kinds of different exercises. You can try out doing some bicep curls with that couch, maybe doing it in that kneeling position where we had the shoulder press, just kind of doing that curl up. Just be careful holding on to that couch. For the deadlift, you can try it in a traditional narrower stance. Just be careful, because as you stand up and that couch lifts up, it's going to pull away from you, just like it did with that sumo stance. But with that close stance, it's even harder to control it. So just be careful, make sure you got a grip on that. If you guys need more weight on that couch, you have a kid, a spouse, or maybe a friend can come over and just chill on that couch while you do your workout. Have them have a seat, and that'll add some weight to it. Play the angles. If they sit on the same edge of the couch that you're underneath, that's gonna be the heaviest amount of weight. If they slide down to the other end of the couch, that's gonna reduce the amount of weight there. So you can play with that a little bit. Change it up for each individual exercise. All right, guys, stay fit, stay healthy. Above all else, please stay safe. See you guys later.